Hey guys, it's the Movie Buff Pains, and today we're going to show you the rest of our Criterion haul from July 2020. We went very overboard this month.
Yes, we did.
Extremely overboard. In case you guys haven't seen it yet, I'll link it up above to check out our first half of the month haul from Criterion. First one is one of the few titles that I've seen in this video, and that is Marriage Story, directed by Noah Baumbach. Very excited this one came to the collection.
Yeah, we were just really excited to hear that it was getting released, period, since
That's
it premiered
true.
on Netflix.
Yeah, so thank you Criterion for saving a few Netflix films. But yeah, this is a really great film about divorce and marriage and family. Fantastic performances from Scarlett Johansson and Adam Driver, as well as Laura Dern.
Definitely.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this film. I actually ordered it online, but then I started getting panicky because it wasn't arriving very quick. And then I remembered that it was this digibook packaging, and I was afraid that it would get dinged up in the mail. So I just decided to pick it up at my local store, and I am glad that I did that because the one that came in the mail was not in great condition.
Yeah.
So I was able to return that one and pick up something else. So yeah, very excited that this one came to the Criterion collection.
Next, we've got Alfred Hitchcock's Notorious. Always good to add more Hitchcock to the collection.
Yeah.
Definitely a bunch of must-haves with him.
Then we have a Robert Altman film here. Always interested to check out his filmography, and the synopsis of this one sounded really interesting to me, and that is Three Women.
Next, we have Harakiri, which we're always looking to get more Asian cinema. It's definitely something we have been trying to build up, especially through the Criterion collection.
Yeah. This one I've never heard anyone else talk about, except I have a friend on Instagram that recommended it to me. And I had never even seen it in stores, so I ordered this one online from Barnes & Noble, and that's 2001's Fat Girl. This is a coming-of-age film of sorts. This one is a French film, but definitely looking forward to checking this one out. And I'm always looking to find some of the more underrated, less talked about titles from the Criterion collection.
Another category we've been building up on with Criterion has been our silent films a bit. You know, we've got a few Charlie Chaplins and whatnot, but we have yet to really delve into some of the other silent film actors that they have. This is the digipack of Harold Lloyd and the Freshman, which this, I believe, they don't do the digipack anymore, so it was really lucky that we were able to find this at the store.
Yeah.
Staying on with the silent film stars, we have Buster Keaton in The Cameraman, which I was really excited to get this one. I've always heard such good things about Buster Keaton's films.
Yeah, and you were saying there's not very many Buster Keaton titles on the collection, right?
No, not many at all.
So yeah, and that's a fairly new one. That's spine number 1033. So this one, I kind of cheated with this one. Earlier in the month I saw it at the store, decided to pass on it, and then the more I thought about it, I really regretted not picking it up. But unfortunately, it sold out of both stores in town, and then it was out of stock online pretty much the entire month. But I got a $5 certificate from Amazon recently, so I was able to get this for the same price as Barnes & Noble in-store as a member, which is only $18, and that is All That Jazz. This stars Roy Scheider. I read a little bit more about it, and I just realized this one sounded really interesting to me, and it's one I wanted to pick up. And with all of these films, if you guys have seen any of these, or if there's some of these that you guys think we need to get to sooner rather than later, definitely let us know in the comments below.
So my goal with this sale, because she's a lot more into it than I am, but it's growing on me, but I like to build certain genres at a time, and for me, we already own basically everything that's science fiction and fantasy for the most part, which is what those are like my favorite genres. So this time around, I was like, I'll try and build up the comedy that Criterion has, and so a number of these titles I'm really excited about just to check out, because old comedy seems like some of the best comedy that's ever been made. So one of those comedy titles we have is The Palm Beach Story, which I've seen this one several times before when we've been at previous sales, and I always think is, oh, that one looks interesting, I want to get that one, and finally went ahead and bit the bullet on it, that one.
This next one I've heard some really good things about. It's from 1969, and that is Medium Cool. This next one I picked up solely based on the synopsis. I thought it sounded really interesting, and that is 1963's Shock Corridor. This guy is seeking a Pulitzer Prize, this reporter, so he decides to commit himself into an insane asylum to investigate a murder. And, you know, how can that go wrong?
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to this one.
Next, we've got Two-Lane Blacktop.
This one came out during the sale. It's one that I've heard nothing but good things about. It's actually a Persian film, which I don't believe I've seen a Persian film before. I won't attempt to pronounce his name because I will butcher it. However, I've heard that he's a very influential director, and that film is Taste of Cherry. So definitely looking forward to this one. Another one that has just a really interesting synopsis, so definitely looking forward to checking it out.
Next one we got is The Executioner.
Then we have An Unmarried Woman, another fairly recent release. A lot of these we just pick up, well, he likes to pick out different genres that he thinks sound up his alley. I kind of just read online forums, listen to what people are saying is good, or I'll just kind of read over the synopsis and see if it sounds interesting. I would say I'm very rarely disappointed by a Criterion blind buy. It's probably one of the only labels that I'm really confident in blind buying from.
Next up, one of my comedy pickups is Clooney Brown.
And that's from the same director that did To Be or Not to Be, which we just watched the other night, and we both really enjoyed that one.
Yeah, we did.
And then we have a Betty Davis film here, Now Voyager. Heard some great things about this one.
Next up, I was surprised we didn't have this one yet when you showed it to me, so I was really excited for this one. That is Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence with David Bowie.
This next one I've heard nothing but great things about. This was an easy blind buy for me, and that is The Wages of Fear. This is actually one that I definitely wanted to get this sale, so I'm really happy to add it to the collection.
Next we have Eating Raoul.
I believe this is the only other one that I've seen from this haul, and that is 45 Years. I really like the director of this film. He also did one that I really enjoyed called Weekend, but this one stars Charlotte Rampling and Tom Courtenay, and they've been married for 45 years, and it's kind of them examining their relationship and kind of where to go from there in life. And I thought it was a really interesting film with some really great performances, so looking forward to revisiting it. You watched this one with me, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was really good.
And then I was really excited to pick this one up. I actually didn't know that this was on the Criterion collection. After I made my Criterion recommendations video, I talked about Kelly Reichardt's film Certain Women, and then someone said, have you ever seen her film Old Joy? Because it's on the Criterion collection, and I actually didn't even know it was on the collection, so really excited to pick this one up and excited to check it out. I've enjoyed every film I have seen from Kelly so far, so an easy blind buy for me.
This is another one we kept passing over in sales, and we finally buckled down and bought it. It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. Yeah, 4 Mads. I did not want to add too much to that title. But yeah, this is one I think that's really interested me, and so I'm surprised we haven't bought it at a previous sale, but I'm really excited to go and watch this one.
Yeah. And this next one, I'm probably going to butcher the title. As you guys know, I'm terrible at pronunciation, but this is a German film from 2008. It's called Revanche. Another one I've heard great things about. Another one of my rather underseen genres is film noir, and as you guys know, there's tons of great film noirs from the Criterion collection, but this one really stood out to me and sounded like one that would be right up my alley, and that one is Carol Reed's Odd Man Out.
This next one, you showed me this one. You picked it out for me. Is another comedy title, and it's said to be really good, so I'm excited to check this one out as well. And that is Harold and Maude.
Yeah, directed by the great Hal Ashby. And on the back, this one actually says it's one of cinema's most beloved comedies. So I'm like, if you're collecting comedies, this sounds like one to get.
Definitely.
And then we have a Douglas Sirk film here. This is another one where I just looked at the synopsis and it sounded so interesting to me, and that is Magnificent Obsession. And of course, with all of these titles, as I watch them, I will include them in the Everything I Watched in This Month video. But if there's any that you want us to go back and talk about, like maybe we'll go back and do like a Criterion review video. We'll also be doing our complete Criterion collection video soon, and I'm hoping to watch some more specifically of the titles that we just picked up, and then some more of our backlog, so that we have a little bit more to say about these titles in the future. Again, we really like to blind buy Criterion, so
Yeah.
sorry that we don't have a ton to say in these videos, but definitely let us know what you think of the titles we picked up down below. But that's not the end. We have a few more to go. So
You thought that was the end.
yeah, it wasn't. My friend Kevin on Instagram, he kept saying that I needed to pick this one up, and I finally did, and that is I Married a Witch. This is from 1942, and he had high praise for this one, so looking forward to it.
Next, we've got The Sword of Doom.
The other night we actually watched our first Yasuhiro Ozu film, and that was Good Morning. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great film, and I also picked up Late Spring in the last haul. I heard this is another one of his fantastic films, and this is called The Flavor of Green Tea Over Rice. So I was very keen to check this one out after enjoying Good Morning so much, and I'm fairly confident that Late Spring is going to be a great film. So I just decided to pick up another one of his during this sale.
The next one is a film by Mike Lee, which we've been getting into his films lately, so we're really excited to add this to the collection. That one is Naked.
And this one said it was sold out everywhere, and then I go into my store and there it was, so
Yeah.
I was happy to find that one. And then keeping with the theme of Mike Lee, we also picked up his film from 1990, Life is Sweet. And if you check out our other haul video, we also picked up Topsy Turvy. So
Then we've got a film with Walter Matthau here, and that is Hopscotch. Another one that's kind of a blend of comedy and spy thriller, I think.
I believe so.
So I'm really intrigued to check that one out.
This is one of the last titles I picked up this month. It actually wasn't on my original list. However, I saw it on the shelf and it just really caught my attention. It's his follow-up to La Ventura, and it's called La Notte. Probably saying that wrong as well. But this is an Italian film from 1961. And I sometimes like when I go in and I just kind of like scan the shelves and I find one that just sounds interesting to me, even if I hadn't originally planned on picking it up. So
Then we've got The Cremator.
another fairly recent release from Criterion. And then we have another Hal Ashby film here, and that is Shampoo. I love Goldie Hawn, so this was an easy buy for me. I've also just heard some great things about this one, and I've not been disappointed by Hal Ashby yet, so looking forward to checking that one out. And this one, when I bought it, I did not realize that it was 3 hours long. However, I've heard so many great things about King Hu's films, so I finally decided to pick one up, and that is A Touch of Zen. I'll definitely have to pick up Dragon Inn as well if I enjoy this one. Like I said in my last video, I really enjoyed Paris, Texas, and it made me want to go back and watch some more of Wim Wenders' films. And so I've been picking his up throughout the month. And one of the last ones I needed was Wings of Desire. So I was really excited to find that one. Then the last thing we're going to show you guys are the box sets we picked up. And kind of keeping along with that theme of Wim Wenders, we have the Road trilogy. And this one was recommended to me by a friend of mine on Instagram. He said that this one was definitely going to be right up my alley since I love Paris, Texas so much. And I've heard great things about these films. It has Alice in the Cities, Wrong Move, and Kings of the Road. So definitely looking forward to diving into this one.
And this is one that I picked out. I was really excited to check out, and that is the Marseille trilogy. And this it's early French film, like from the 30s, which we didn't realize when we initially picked it up. So I always really love to see the early days of film, so this will be really fun to watch, I think. This set includes Marius, Fanny, and Cesar.
This is a trilogy that I've wanted to pick up for years, if I'm being honest. But like I said in our last videos, we often don't pick up box sets, and these sales are the perfect opportunity to do so, so we definitely took advantage of that this time. This one I've been very interested in because I heard it was a big inspiration in Richard Linklater's Boyhood, which is a film that I absolutely love, and that is the Apu trilogy. So definitely looking forward to checking this out. I will not attempt to pronounce the individual film titles, but I've heard some great things about this, so definitely looking forward to it.
Then to finish off my comedy collecting for this sale, I got the Whit Stillman trilogy, which this has Metropolitan, The Last Days of Disco, and Barcelona. And I think it's interesting with this packaging that these are actually each in individual cases rather than the thinner sleeves like they do in some of these other sets. I really like that though, actually.
And then the final pickup for the July Barnes & Noble Criterion sale is the complete Jacques Tati set. This one I have had recommended to me multiple times. One person that spoke very highly of it is Stephanie, aka Movie Chatter. I talk about her often. Her channel's awesome. Definitely go check it out. But yeah, I heard that this was an easy blind buy, something that you could confidently check out without having seen before. So definitely looking forward to diving into this box set, as well as the many other pickups we got this month. Like I said, we went absolutely crazy. We did not hold back at all. Probably won't be able to pick up nearly as much in the November sale, given there is one. But I know one thing that I'm wanting to pick up that I've been putting off for a while is the Ingmar Bergman set. So that'll probably be like the big thing that I pick up either in the November sale or the next Criterion Flash sale. I don't know if you have your eye on anything that's coming out, or
Just getting more of the comedy titles, honestly, because there are still quite a few that we need to add to the collection.
yeah, definitely. Also looking forward to that Agnes Varda box set, because I know very little of her filmography, so that'll be interesting to check out.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, we want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and also hit the bell to hear when we upload new videos.
So we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.
See ya.